Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if it's not your first time. So thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to be making some delicious, tasty Christmas brownies that are decorated very cutely so you can have them at your holiday parties. To get started, and I need scissors to cut the bags. So you usually don't want to cut a huge spot, but you want to cut it big enough so that you don't struggle to pour it out of the bag, because that's never good. And then our second bag. And now we're going to pour the water into the bowl, but you got to make sure you only pour 1/3 cup. So I poured 1/3 of a cup, and then I poured another third. So that was just some extra water in case it was looking dry, which it is not. And first things first, you're going to want to put 1 egg in each of the bowls, or if you just have one bowl, you're just going to mix it all together. So you usually want to do this over the sink. I've done this a lot of times, so I'm fine just doing it right here. And then our second egg in the second bowl. And if you try this, it's not recommended that you do try it with egg in it, but honestly, it's fine. How many people get sick from raw egg? Not that many, at least not that many that I know. So just be careful if you are going to try it. Make sure to wash your hands if you're touching anything after you crack the egg, because you usually have eggs on your hand. That's just recommended. So now I'm going to get a big spoon to mix this all together. You gotta make sure and mix it quickly. But first things first, gotta get the Christmas jams going, because we all have that Christmas spirit.
Christmas tree at Christmas party hop. There's no one where you can see and with a bubble tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Dolls with bottles of hot honey, you hear around the Christmas tree, how happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get yourself a little feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Dolls with bottles of hot honey, you hear around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned.
So now we're just going to put it in the oven. I have the oven already preheated to 325. It's at 325 right now. Now we're just going to put it in for 50 to 55 minutes, and we're just going to let it cook, and then it'll be ready. So now we just have to wait 50 to 55 minutes. But it's very important that you clean up all of the materials that you got out, so you leave a very clean kitchen for the rest of your family. So, or even just for yourself. You don't want to be having bugs in your kitchen or anything like that. So it's very important to have a clean kitchen. And also, since it's Christmas season, you want to crank up the jams, if you know what I'm saying. So another important thing to make sure you do is to set the oven. So in this case, we're going to set it for 50 minutes. So timer 50, and then start. so it's pretty easy. And then you're just going to want to make sure you put an alarm on your phone so you hear it, and do not leave them in for too long because burnt brownies do not taste good. Okay, so the timer just went off, and now we're taking the brownies out of the oven. They look delicious, and they are ready to be decorated, and here are all our decorations. So first things first, before you do any cutting or anything like that, you want to make sure they cool for 5 minutes so it's cool and it's not all soft and it doesn't get everywhere and make your brownies look sloppy. So I've cut the brownies and I took 3 pieces out for the 3 different types of like brownie designs we're going to do. So let's get started. So the first, it's in a triangle, and you're just going to take some frosting and you're just gonna lightly like glaze the top of it a little bit. Design we're going to do is a Christmas tree, and you're going to lightly glaze it with some frosting. So I just finished glazing it with frosting, and then what I like to do is take the food dye and not mix it in right away, but I like to just lightly put some on top and then mix it as it's already on, and it just works better for me like that. So I'm putting like 2 little dots of food dye on there, real good, and just gonna kind of mix it with the nearby frosting, and it should easily be turning green, which is always good. And it's looking really good so far, so I'll prop it up. So let's see. So it's looking really good so far. So you're just gonna go in circular motions and really just mix the green food dye with the frosting. You can always mix it before. I just think it's easier and tends to look better if you mix it after you have put the frosting on, and I just think it's easier. So then after that, you are going to take your sprinkles. Glaze, we're going to take the sprinkles, which I have here. I have a variety of different kinds of sprinkles, and we're just going to take it and decorate it like a Christmas tree. So I like to start by decorating it with the little light bulbs, so they're all clean. A lot of times they fall to the bottom. And then I'm going to add some other colors, but first I'm going to take the stars and just take a yellow star that is in here and put it, it's kind of small, but just nicely place it at the top right there. And then we're going to add some other colors to it. Add some green sprinkles, add some red sprinkles, just like to nicely just like lay them out on there. Sometimes if it's older frosting, you just gotta make sure it's in there. And then I'm going to take this last jar of sprinkles and add some bigger sprinkles to it. So I'm just going to take a few in my hand and just kind of put them on there neatly. Which is pretty easy to do. Just sprinkle them on, and I'm going to add a few more yellow stars to the top so you can see, but it's looking pretty good so far. So I have finished my Christmas tree. I think it's looking pretty good. So next one we're going to be doing is the reindeer. Now for the reindeer, there's not a lot of work. It's pretty simple. So you're just going to take some pretzels. You don't need a big bag like this. And open them up. Take 2 pretzels. Those are going to be the antlers. You're just going to need a bit of frosting. So just going to make like a little dot of frosting on there. Just plop it on there nice and good. And then personally, I like to just add some food dye to it to make it red. But you can also use red sprinkles or just do what you're kind of feeling that day. And then once again, you're just going to go in circular motions and like mix the red dye in there. Okay, so the red dye is now mixed in there, and you're just going to kind of stick these in, but you're going to need some frosting to do so. So I'm just kind of taking a couple little globs of frosting and placing them at the bottom so it sticks nice and easy in there. And that is looking good. So last thing, you're just going to take some M&Ms, and for me, I got some green and red M&Ms, but you can always use chocolate chips or something else if you don't like M&Ms. So I have 2 green M&Ms right here, and I'm just going to get some frosting on them. And those are going to be the eyes. So that's our little reindeer. You can see it better. There's the reindeer. You can always add a mouth onto it or whatever. This is just like a very quick way to do it. And then last of all, we are just going to, it's pretty plain and simple. You're just going to take some strawberries that you have. Just pretty quickly, just find a nice strawberry like this. Cut the top off of it. Of course, I already washed those already, so this is pre-washed, or post-washed, and so you just have a little strawberry triangle top, and you're going to take some frosting, kind of just put it around the bottom of the strawberry, and just kind of make a circle for where the strawberry is going to be placed. I need a little bit more frosting. So there we go. And then I'm just going to stick the strawberry right in there. It's looking pretty good. And then you just take one little ball of frosting for the top. And there you go. It's a decorative Santa hat brownie. So that's all we have today. Please like and subscribe below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. Okay, Marcy, so what did you think of my brownie?
Wait, first, were they homemade?
Yes, they were.
Like, from scratch without a box?
No, there was a box involved.
Okay.
Homemade with love, though.
Oh. Well, the love really adds something because they were good, but they're kind of dry. I didn't really like the chocolate chunks in them, but that's okay. It was still good. I had it after work, so it was a blessing.
Good to know.
That's the tea.
Yeah, they were hype.
Okay, Vacha, so what did you think of my brownies?
The brownies are soft and crunchy. It would require a bit more egg fluff so you could make it soft on the inside. But otherwise, pretty good.
Wait, I didn't get
Thanks.
this brownie.
What do you think of my brownie, Jacob?
I mean, I liked it. I liked how there was a chunk of, like, actual chocolate in there.
Good to hear. So what did you think of my brownies, Madison?
Brownies were the best brownies I've ever had. Can't say that, like, I wish I had your recipe, you know? Like, teach me how to bake.